While the headlines coming into the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view were focused on the actual ladder matches for a guaranteed championship contract, the highlight of the show turned out to be a pair of exponentially good championship matches. The Fatal 4-Way was amazing and the WWE Championship match was incredible. Money in the Bank ladder matches closed the show with 6 men and 6 women simultaneously batting through the WWE headquarters to the roof to retrieve the briefcase. With some heavy favorites heading into the matches, it turned out to be Otis who won the briefcase. Let's take a look at what happened at this year's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The show opened up with the Fatal 4-Way match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The New Day taking on the Forgotten Sons, taking on Miz and Morrison, taking on the Lucha House Party. Here what's the problem is, it's a Fatal 4-Way match. Each team should have one participant in the ring and one in the corner. Why would your opponent team tag you in? I think that's what the WWE should change. It would be way more entertaining. Anyways, Kofi Kingston and Grand Metalik started the match with standard lockups and exchange of holds and counters. Both had a great encounter. Metalik and Morrison hit a beautiful Spanish fly from the top rope all the way to the floor to take down everyone. It was an insane match. Bodies were flying left and right and every single person had at least one moment to shine. Thanks to some help from his partner, Big E managed to pin Metalik to retain the titles for his team. This was a high energy match from the moment the referee called for the bell. We saw several multi-person spots and some outside interference. It was fun from start to finish. For some reason, we were supposed to have a match between MVP and R-Truth. It was pointless to have the match. MVP and R-Truth had a verbal back and forth before Bobby Lashley interrupted, telling to take a night off to MVP. Truth protested the idea of not getting the night off like MVP. The match was made official. As the bell rang, Lashley destroyed R-Truth and won with a spear. The match was only to portray Bobby Lashley as a monster. Then we had a match between Bayley and Tamina with the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Bayley talked trash and this mistake led to the challenger laying her out with a clothesline right away. Bayley took control going after her opponent's left leg. Bayley throwing water in the challenger's face led to Tamina getting angry and regaining control. Tamina had the win in her hands, but a distraction from Banks allowed Bayley to roll her up for a victory to retain her title. It was a much better match than most people expected it to be. Both women worked hard to make sure they were not the last in the shuffle during the pay-per-view. The Universal title was on the line when Bray Wyatt took on Braun Strowman. Wrestling as Wyatt, not the Fiend, Braun Strowman brutalized his opponent, leading Wyatt to laugh and comment on Strowman's strength. Strowman was thrown in the ringside table. Wyatt hit his sister Abigail but Strowman kicked out. Strowman regained control with a chokeslam. Strowman pulled the black sheep mask out from under the ring, causing Wyatt to be distracted. He said that, "I promise you, everything will be perfect." The two hugged in the center of the ring before Strowman shoved Wyatt and pulled off the mask, threw it onto the floor and stomped it before hitting a running power slam for a victory. Not having Wyatt perform as the Fiend was a smart move. The character is best saved for bigger events like SummerSlam. It was a good match from storytelling perspective. Then Seth Rollins took on Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Drew pegged Rollins to the corner right away to show his power. The challenger put him in a headlock. McIntyre dominated several minutes but one kick to the leg took him down. Rollins began focusing on his knee with 2 single leg grabs and STF. The champ eventually began to recover and kicked out of Rollins' best moves. The Monday Night Messiah grabbed a steel chair but changed his mind as he got back to the ring. In the end, McIntyre hit the Claymore to retain his title. It was a good match. The match picked up the pace in the later half. The right man won, but the loser still came out of the match looking as a strong competitor. In the main event of the show, we had Money in the Bank ladder matches taking place simultaneously. WWE cut between women starting in the lobby and men starting in gymnasium. Asuka started off strong by leaping onto the rest of the competitors from above before she got inside one elevator to skip a few floors. Brother Love made an unexpected cameo in the bathroom as Rey Mysterio ran by. As the men fought in one elevator, the women tried to get in the one next to it. Doink the Clown also made an appearance. Dana Brooke thought that she won the match, but Stephanie McMahon informed her that the briefcase she found was not the right one. AJ Styles looked at the poster of The Undertaker and found a coffin in a room, and Aleister Black locked him inside the room. Paul Heyman was enjoying a nice spread when everyone came running by. Otis threw a tray of food into his face to start a food fight. John Laurinaitis was hit with a pie into the face by Otis. Vince McMahon made an appearance to force Style and Bryan out of his room. The women made it to the ring on the roof ahead of the men, and Asuka took the briefcase to claim the victory after knocking Corbin off the ladder. Corbin threw Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black off the roof before climbing the ladder alongside AJ Styles. Both men unhooked the briefcase before Elias hit Corbin with a guitar, causing Styles to fumble the briefcase into the arms of Otis, who may be the most unlikely winner of Money in the Bank of all times. It was a great match with soundtracks and cameos added to the fun along the way. Every single competitor had a few moments to themselves. Whoever directed this bout should be proud of what they put together. It will be interesting to see how the WWE now takes this singles push with Otis. The rumors of Asuka getting a push seems true here. It was a great show. I really enjoyed it, especially the Money in the Bank match. I would give it 8 out of 10. That is it for today. Comment your favorite moment of the show down below. Don't forget to subscribe.